He might have been having that sleep paralysis lately.
Sleep paralysis?
So what are they, die?
I can never quite remember how sleep paralysis works. There's like when you wake up and you can't move.
That's it.
I've had that twice. It's fucking scary because I wasn't breathing. I couldn't breathe. So it wasn't just that I couldn't move, I couldn't breathe either.
It's happened to her twice. Last night and the night before.
The first time it happened, I thought I was dead. I thought that was it. I was dead. I was about to die. Second time, I was like, just give it a few seconds. It's gonna pass. This has happened before. You're not gonna die. But first time, I was panicking like fucking crazy, thinking that was it. My life was over. That was the end. I was only like 22 or something at the time, I think, as well. 21, 22, give or take. It was like the only thing I could move was my eyes.
Yeah.
Like I could move my lips, I could move my mouth. Because I was trying to call out Jenny, my girlfriend at the time. I was asleep next. I was asleep next to her at the time, and I couldn't make any sound, not even like a rasp or anything, because my lungs weren't working.
Yeah. Jump in the helicopter.
Absolutely terrifying it was. Oh, shit, wrong way.
Because there's no actual reason for it medically, I reckon. Don't know why it happens or and stuff like that. Just strange.
One of those freak occurrences that the human body does.
There's people that reckon it's a demon.
It's like a demon sitting on your chest.
Yeah. She wears a cross and all that. Not exactly atheist or not.
Not all demons are from the same religion.
That's true.
You know, and
All
even
different
then,
names for them as well, no?
you what?
All different names for them as well.
Yeah. The thing is, as well, is like, there's nothing to say that religion's actually right about how to deal with demons.
Yeah.
You know, the beings from another dimension, as it were, but that. It's over here as well, by the way. Oh no, it's not. It was just a green arrow.
Well, in the Bible, they mention it's the ones left over from the flood, where they can't go to hell, they can't go to heaven. They're just here, apparently.
That's the thing. I mean, the flood was wiping out humans,
And the giants as well.
the Nephilim.
Aye. They reckon it was either the Nephilim spirits or because the bread were like
Got it.
humans, didn't they?
Yeah, that was angels breeding with humans. Something that God told the angels they were not allowed to do.
Well, that's why Satan fell, though, wasn't it?
You what?
That's why Satan got kicked out, wasn't it?
No.
No. Why? What was that again? Oh, it was Garden of Eden, wasn't it?
Ah, it's like the
Serpent.
yeah. Basically, Lucifer wanted us to know, wanted us to be informed. You know,
Yeah.
God didn't want us to have the knowledge. But Lucifer said, "Well, no, they have that right. You know, they should be allowed to know." And because he went against God, he was reassigned to being the one who punishes those who sin. It's like, you caused this problem. You gave them the knowledge, so that now they are able to sin. So, since you had such a great idea, you now have to deal with your consequences, and you could be the one punishing the ones who sin now that they have the knowledge and whatnot.
I think it's dead interesting, you know.
And it's the sort of thing as well as like, God isn't this all-powerful being he claims to be either, because if he was omnipotent and omniscient, then that meant he had intended for Lucifer to trick Eve into eating that apple all along.
Well, they reckon it was all like before. It's already happened before it's happened, kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
So he must have known it was going to happen.
Yeah.
You know.
And that it was his plan for it to happen all along.
Yeah. See, but if that is right, then it's like, if you had, like, say, a group of villagers, and you wanted them to worship you and that, and you didn't let them know anything else other than you. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But because you've given them free will and the choice, it kind of means more. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But that's the reality of it now. Like, maybe that's what it was.
Because at the end of the day, if he's as powerful, all-knowing, all-powerful being that he claims he is, then he could have stopped Eve from eating the apple before she ate it.
Mm-hmm.
So either he intended for her to eat the apple, like he allowed it to happen knowingly, or he's not as powerful as he claims to be.
It's one of them things, isn't it? We'll never know.
Yeah. And I think if you try to say that to a priest, all the priest would be able to say is, "Oh, well, God works in mysterious ways."
Yeah. I mean, maybe it was a thing of like, well, I've taught you, so if you choose to do so, then, because it was like the fall of man, wasn't it? Really, like, maybe it wasn't supposed to happen. Maybe it was like, but then again, why did he put the tree there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe he did want it to happen.
Yeah, it's like, you know, a tree that where the fruit of that tree gives you knowledge, then, but it's only knowledge that he's meant to have.
Mm-hmm. So you've been tempted, haven't you? Straight away, like.
Yeah. You know, it's like, then why is it there where other beings other than yourself can get to it and can consume it? You know, and
it still confuses me. Like, I've read Genesis a few times, and it's like, because people say, "Oh, it was an apple and stuff." There's no mention of it being an apple. It's just fruit.
Yeah.
And like, because if you eat from the tree of knowledge, then your eyes will be opened. Then you'll be like a god kind of thing. Like you'll know right and wrong and stuff like that. And it's like, is it a metaphor or do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I do believe in a god. Like, I didn't used to, but for how much evil there is in the world, there's got to be something good.
But good and evil just comes down to our free will.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, we choose to behave one way or the other, because we've all got the makings of both inside of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's just which way we choose to go, you know, because of events in our life, or just the way the chemical, like the way our brains are wired, you know, all sorts of different factors to take into account. Are we products of our environment, or just products of our genetics? That makes us lean one way or the other. And you know, it's like things like what was it? Like serial killers, psychopaths, sociopaths. Well, like the those without empathy who, you know, the main thing is
kill without any
without remorse. They're a necessity. You know,
What do you mean?
there's something. They are. I'll go and grab it. I mean, they're a product of nature to help prevent overpopulation.
That's the same with being gay, I reckon.
Yeah.
Not everyone has kids and that.
You know, God made us. You know, and say, oh well, God made us in His image. Okay, so that means God doesn't care what gender you are when it comes to acts of intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
Geronimo! You know, there's the story of the flood because of Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, but the thing is, the Bible isn't the only place that mentions the Great Flood. So I think the flood did happen, but every culture
got a different explanation, kind of thing.
Yeah, or it mentions the flood, like the epic Gilgamesh. You know, it's part of the natural life cycle of the planet. So there's gonna be another flood. If we don't fucking sort ourselves out, the flood's gonna happen sooner than it was intended, because of the ice caps melting.
Yeah, the pole shifts as well or something, isn't it?
I've heard
something. There's a few.
I was just gonna say, I've heard something about something briefly about the pole shifting.
Every so many thousand years. That's why they keep talking about the Great Reset. Like, and people think it's like an economic thing. Maybe it's like the fucking world. You know, like all these governments now have got underground bunkers and fucking underground cities and that. What's to say every couple of thousand years, like the whole world gets fucking wiped out, and then these certain group of people come back out on the surface and start again. So like the Illuminati and that, or
Atlantis.
Aye, that's what they reckon that was.
Because I think that the story of Atlantis, you know, it's an advanced civilization. So, and then the city sunk. Yeah, it probably sunk because of the flood.
Yeah.
You know? And that was probably like the time when Atlantis was around was, you know, it might have been like Noah was actually somebody from Atlantis, which is why he was able to build an ark that was able to carry all the animals. So the Atlanteans probably knew that the flood was coming, and they did things to help make sure that life was preserved, so that when the waters receded, life could start anew.
Mm-hmm.
You know?